Warning: we are not confirming or denying any of the conspiracies or theories in this video. It is simply a subject we are interested in discussing. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Figgleheads, where Caleb has an obsession with the history of another planet, Dan is in denial of the magnetic pole switching, and Aiden can't figure out how to spell whiteboard. This is Caleb's Cookie Conspiracies.
Hello, and welcome to the Figgleheads podcast.
That's it?
That's all you say?
Yeah, that's all I say. But welcome.
Don't even introduce yourself.
Yeah,
This is our racist friend.
Well, okay, I'm Caleb Goodman. I am the accredited conspiracy theory man.
That's right, I guess.
This is our mentally unstable friend.
Very, very so.
Caleb.
You guys are in for a treat today.
Oh yeah.
We.
What?
What? Your mic just had a breakdown.
Okay, yeah. So one night I had a bit too much to drink, and I kind of wrote stuff down, to add more to my list here. So we got quite a lot of stuff to go through.
By drink, he means water.
Yeah, I mean water, like a lot of water, guys, not champagne.
I don't think you understand. Caleb is one of the skinniest people we know, so when he gets bloated, that's essentially the same thing as intoxication to him.
Or just champagne, who knows?
Isn't that right? Isn't that right?
I'd say that's right.
Alright, so
Snow. Guys.
Snow, dude,
There's
double
snow.
no school.
actually crazy. Is there gonna be school tomorrow? I'm gonna check right now.
I hope not.
I expect to, just because we are way over the count of snow days now. It was three, and today was 5, I believe.
That doesn't make sense.
No, today was 4. That's not way over. It's probably over, but not like way over.
Well, seeing how many we normally have, and under my impression that it was 5, 2 over is a lot.
Mm-hmm.
This snow is like 2008 snow. Like, it's like pre-global warming snow.
My parents will not stop comparing it to the blizzard of 93.
Is that a thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, you didn't know about that?
No.
Oh, my God.
Is that going to lead us down a rabbit hole?
No, it's not.
Not really. It's just that, like, where we live in 93 got like 40 inches of snow.
Oh.
And
it flooded a lot.
Me and Chelsea made a cake yesterday, and she didn't bring any home, so she came over today to bring her portion home, and like she was like tripping over the snow because there was so much, and there was no plowing had been done.
Do you guys see my little private story with Pepper? She could not walk in the snow at all today.
Pepper going through the snow.
Yeah.
My neighbor got a little French bulldog, and I kid you not, I could pick her up with one hand. Like, she could stand on the palm of my hand. She's so tiny. She's adorable.
You know that video of the guy that's like, it's a snowy day outside. I'm going to take my dog for a walk. Come on, Philo. And then he just like throws the dog and it falls into the snow.
Yeah. My poor dog tore her ACL, so she couldn't go outside today.
Oh no.
Unfortunately.
Poor puppy.
Surgery until early April.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
My dog got stuck in the snow.
Your dog got stuck in the snow?
Yeah. He was like sitting there for like, okay, you know how when those trampoline parks where there's like the deep foam pits with like the big cubes and stuff?
Yeah.
You ever fall so deep into one of those that on your climb out you just have to kind of like sit there for a minute and reassess your situation?
Yeah,
No.
David, when I got stuck there in one, I was with you.
I
do,
right, when you were just in the corner of the
I got stuck in one.
I don't remember that. I don't think I was there.
I actually got stuck
there.
in the pit. I couldn't get out.
Caleb was a little soy boy, couldn't get out of the foam pit.
Yeah,
I just
well,
wanted you to carry in your big strong arms, but you know.
That's what happens to my dog.
speaking of trampoline park, did you hear that is like temporarily closed?
No.
Until
One
further
of their
notice.
their trampolines caught on fire.
Hmm?
Oh, God.
How?
You don't know, but it is
someone-
closed temporarily until they can
Someone had a match, probably. No way someone just... Yeah, it's probably like a...
hit a smoke.
No,
If-
some kid, yeah, probably vaped in there, if I had to guess.
Yeah.
Like,
Honestly, someone's
light it
vape
on.
exploding would make total sense.
Yeah.
Be hilarious.
Because they don't do
That'd be really
checks. The liability is shrugged off of them when you sign your waiver, and that's the extent of it. They don't care after that.
And most workers there are young teenagers, so they don't really care what happens, you know?
Yeah, because
they're probably
young
vaping
people.
themselves, honestly.
yeah. I wouldn't be surprised if it was one of the workers.
Huh. Be funny. So how'd you get fired? I blew up the facility with a vape pen.
Yeah.
That's not good on the resume.
No, not at all.
And what is this absence from your last job? Oh, I just kind of caught the entire place on fire. All right, well, we'll see you next time.
Yeah. Good luck getting hired after that one.
Yeah.
Be a great story to tell, though. Like 10 years
No,
from
definitely
now.
would be.
That would be a great story to tell. Taking a sip of water.
Are both
I got
locations
a mini
closed around us, or just the one?
Well, it would be a really big coincidence if both of them caught on fire now, wouldn't it?
Well, I wasn't sure if it was
Somewhat.
closed until further notice because there were more, like the company, like it was a company-wide close, like legal issues shut them down, kind of thing.
No, just the one that we've went to. I don't know if there's
Okay.
another one that isn't at the mall.
There are a few scattered around the country.
No, around the country, but. Oh shit! Wait, does that mean that there's so little of them that people can track us with it?
Yes, that's why I'll be blurting out the names post-production.
All right, well, get to brass tacks, shall we? I just took some melatonin pills. Should I
Oh boy.
Oh, very good. Oh, this should be good. This should be a good night. I'm not gonna. By the way, I'm not gonna remember half of this night. So
That just gives you an excuse to watch the episode when it comes out on Tuesday.
Yes, it is
Or Monday.
Tuesday. Not Tuesday. What? Okay.
Monday. Wait,
Tuesday.
that is
Tuesday.
it.
It's Tuesday.
It's Tuesday, but it will be coming out on Monday. Getting my time all messed up. I got punched in the face yesterday. That was fun.
That sounds like fun.
I have my phone sitting on my desk waiting for a text from my parents saying school's closed.
I'm also waiting for that.
They're gonna at most give us a delay. I don't think they'll close school tomorrow.
No,
I'm hoping for a delay.
the snowfall is too thin. It's very
Yeah.
sprinkled right now. The only reason they wouldn't is if people out in the middle of nowhere have no way to get to school.
Actually supposed to be getting like worse. He said like overnight it's supposed to get worse.
I'm gonna
than
try.
today.
I'm gonna check the weather right now while we're.
They say it's supposed to go until 8 a.m.
Really?
Yeah. So no, it could be really bad. To the point where like when the plows start to plow, they either are going to have a very difficult time. They're probably just gonna go really slow.
Oh yeah, there's still more to come, but it's gonna be lighter.
I didn't think
Um,
you've come, but look at you. You've come.
Okay, I can't make this up. I
come.
literally can't make this up. The weather pattern looks like a dick.
Where,
I
where are
can't
you
make it
looking?
It shouldn't have made me laugh. It shouldn't have made me laugh.
It looks like a dick.
It actually does.
Oh my god, it does.
Oh my god.
That's
That's
what's
so
the word?
funny.
That's uncanny. That's the word
Yeah.
Dr. told us.
All right.
Hold on.
All right. So to get back on the schedule here.
The schedule. As some
Schedule.
people say it.
Should
Dude, people pronounce things so weird. I was watching some videos today, and this chick pronounced like this word the weirdest way ever. I forget the word was.
Awesome. Mayo de noche.
No, it was something like it was like goofy like
Michelle Obamacus.
It was so stupid. Anyways,
Did either of you go to the play, like the actual play
no.
that our school did?
Maybe it's
Tough.
another thing.
I announced that I'm passing down my hat, but I know you both
Yeah.
already knew that.
Yeah, the same kid's gonna get my headband, by the way.
For any
Probably
specific
not a
reason,
good
or just
idea.
because I'm giving him the hat?
No, I like he's gonna be like that's been a thing for a few months now.
Oh, I didn't even know you knew him.
Well, he's in my German class. I know my
Oh,
karate. We're gonna do karate
right.
together too.
I knew he did
So.
karate with you. He's getting late.
I have nothing passed down. I don't plan on passing anything down.
Well, okay, don't tell anyone this, but I plan on buying a second hat once I give the original away.
And I kind of knew that already, but also this is going to be public, so anybody who chooses to listen to this will now know that fact.
I feel
What?
like
No,
I
it's
feel like
it doesn't matter. I'm not gonna. I'm getting rid of my identity hat, and I'm just gonna keep the hat for shits and giggles. Like I'm not actually gonna wear it everywhere like I am with this one.
I feel like the first like 10 minutes is gonna be like blurred out. You're talking about like private stuff already.
No,
just talking about school and whether.
you'd be
Yeah.
surprised.
Why do we say we sound like middle-aged fathers? What's happened to us?
You'd be surprised how little I'm gonna have to bleep out. It's literally just names.
Okay. Well, again, this is my first time podcasting.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, all you really do is talk. We're not famous or anything.
I watched some Joe Rogan today. That was an experience, quite literally.
You were researching. He was studying. He was learning.
No, I was literally studying.
It's like the monkey from Toy Story 3 that just stares at the monitors.
No, I'd go on some rabbit hole. I'd find some weird idea, and I'd go and research it, and see what I can do to prove it's true or something.
Messy.
Have you
Block this
seen
monitor.
Have you seen the Joe Rogan episode where he talks about the beach that makes you old? You know what I'm talking about? He went to the beach that makes you old.
No.
No.
No, the beach that makes you old.
Was that an AI deepfake?
Yeah,
Yeah.
but it's funnier if I say that it was a real episode.
Okay. Yeah, I'm sorry.
Well, I don't listen to Joe Rogan, nor do I ever listen to those deep fakes, so...
I had a dream about Joe Rogan last night.
That's kind of crazy.
Jesus.
We're not going to talk
You're
about that.
Okay.
I was gonna say, either are you gonna give us an explanation, you keep going. Also,
No,
I forgot
because
to
then-
get annoyed that we brought up dreams again.
I was just going to say, because if I talk about it, then we're already talking about it. No, then I'm going to have to make it. Jack's intro is going to have to do with dreams. Ah!
No. By the way, the intro on the last one. Or you keep talking about dreams. Oh my great heavens! I thought that was really funny. That made me laugh.
We love you, Jack. Well,
Yeah.
we'd love you if you were a few feet taller, but
True.
Yeah.
all right.
I have so much stuff to talk about. So some of this stuff is like, you could research it and see it's kind of like very true. However, that's not a correct statement. It's true in a different planet called the Kitty World, right? So this is this is not Kitty World. This is not our history. This is Kitty history, guys. Okay.
Japan.
And
What
no,
are you
it's a
talking
different world. It's just like ours, though. Okay. So let's get
Oh
down
yeah.
to
So none of this stuff actually really happened, but there's a world identical to ours where it did, and so
Yes,
you're gonna tell us
exactly.
that lore. Got it.
Yeah,
How about
Kitty history?
you should list a few places to start, and me and Dan can pick.
No, I'm gonna lift off some names here, and I'm gonna tell you guys are gonna say who I know about first. So we have Gary Webb, we have Tom Ogle, and Stanley Meyer.
The second
That's your
one.
dog's name.
Oh,
What?
okay, yeah, we'll go with Stanley.
All right, so Stanley Meyer was a guy. I think it was the 80s or 90s. Okay, and he was just like inventor guy, and he made a car that runs on water.
Oh,
And, like,
that was him.
Yep, and he could get like, I forgot what the exact mileage it was, but like it was like a lot better than a gas car, basically. And
Yeah.
and he went to a business with investors, and then he ran into the restaurant or like a hotel where they were, and he yelled, "I've been poisoned! I've been poisoned!" And then he fell on the ground dying, and then he died.
Crazy.
So again, Kitty history makes you think though, like,
Hmm.
because Big Oil was there, and That's a lot of lost money for big oil. If everyone's doing a what?
That's why if anybody, if you ever have a groundbreaking discovery that could really help the world, except it's less profitable than other things, don't tell anybody.
Exactly.
Well, it was kind of not going to work out from the start because, Caleb, do you have a picture of what the car looked like?
I do not on me right now. I can look it up
Okay.
though.
If I remember correctly, the car looked more like a go-kart than an actual car.
Did.
And so his plan was stopped from the start. Because if I also remember correctly, the vehicle itself, the system, is really not all that complicated. Yeah, there it is. It's literally just a go-kart. It's not all that complicated as a car, but the only thing is because it looks more like a go-kart slash golf cart, it wouldn't be legal on the roads. You could
No,
get
it would be.
pulled
Yeah.
over for it.
No, it would be legal. That's the legal license plate. It would be legal.
Oh,
Yet again, it's still like under development too. It was in research still. Like he was still trying to make it like a good car because it was his first prototype.
why don't we pick up where you left off? Well, if we were in this other
This is
universe.
For investors to try and raise money to then further your project to then make it better and then legalize it on the roads and so on and so forth.
I'm in the middle of step 2.
All right, now I'm gonna go to Tom Ogle. Oh, I believe he was the 70s. Kind of same shtick as Stanley, except he made a car like attachment that would make like a car really, really fuel efficient. He was also found dead by suicide.
Oh.
So
What did it do? Did it like go in the gas port, or was it like something you have to get into the car for?
I'm pretty sure it went into the gas, but I'm gonna look it up real quick. That's not his name. Yeah, inventor created a vaporized fuel system which allowed car to travel over 200 miles on 2 gallons of gas.
Damn.
And that was in 1977.
That would have been really efficient.
Mm-hmm.
It's like the whole thing that Aiden said when they discover cures for cancers all the time, but they don't show them publicly.
Yeah.
Yeah, they get covered up in the funding. They don't get funded by the government, so there's no backing, so they can't pick up off the ground.
This is Tom Ogle. I'm gonna put his picture in chat so we remember the face.
I feel like he's gonna look really goofy because his name.
Yeah, that's.
He looks extremely goofy. Like, just didn't want to send it. That is.
Oh my god, dude! Literally, corpse husband. Have you seen corpse husband's face?
Dude, that is an off-brand Luigi.
Yeah. So he was a silly man, really, quite silly man. And the last man we have is Gary Webb. And does anyone know who Gary Webb was at all?
Is this the Webster guy? Here's a picture of corpse husband.
Oh.
God, he looks like he's 12.
Yeah, I know he does.
Where do you think his fan base went when they found his face?
Bro, I haven't heard of him since.
Yeah. Okay, so this was a man named Gary Webb, okay?
Okay.
And he did a few research articles on the CIA, right?
Was that the guy in Bueller's Day Off?
That's what I was thinking.
He looks like him, though. But this guy did some digging, right? And he found out that the CIA, has trafficked cocaine and stuff. He found a ton of dirt on the CIA and stuff, mostly about them trafficking drugs, and then he was found dead, and labeled a conspiracy theorist.
Isn't that common knowledge though? Or no, I'm thinking of the FBI that they started selling crack in low-income neighborhoods in the 90s or something. Isn't that another conspiracy?
Yeah, that's what this Gary guy was trying to uncover. Well, he's trying to show.
I thought that was all but confirmed.
They didn't come out publicly and say it because that's a really bad look for the government to admit that they're doing that.
Oh, sure, yeah. I thought that was everybody. There was substantial evidence to the point where it was basically confirmed, but they would never outright say it.
Yeah, I'm gonna throw in one more little guy here while we're here. me find his name first.
Oh, guy. Is it Jack?
No.
Is
okay.
Jack
So
research?
there was a guy who worked at Area 51. His name was Bob Lazar. Okay. And this guy worked at Area 51. He actually had to reverse engineer a UFO. Which
What?
yeah.
Are we talking
so
like space UFO or just there was a flying
UFO.
vehicle they couldn't find?
UFO. He had to reverse engineer that diagram right there. That's a sketch right there. So the guy worked at. So he said that the main base
Stephen
Area
King's
51.
brother.
Yeah. So there's a main base Area 51, right? But there's some other like subsection. I think it's like S1, where all the UFOs actually are. It's a few like 100 yards away from the actual base of Area 51. Still kind of in the same area though. But
Sure.
he said he worked there, and he said that he had to reverse engineer this to make a functioning UFO.
Oh my
That's a bit
god!
more on the nose.
What?
I
That's
thought
a-
I thought he had a big scratch across his face, but it's just the lighting with his glasses.
Yeah. That's really interesting. But he said here's some diagrams of other. Are you to put images in or no?
Yes, but we put him on the Instagram, but the Instagram can only hold 10, so we'll have to pick and choose.
Okay. So this is his sketches of different UFOs. As you can see, there's a lot of different shit. Also, anyone listening, look up on it for yourself. Just look up Bob Lazar. You can see his UFO sketches. But these are all the different UFO types that he looked at.
Okay, you'd have me on this one, except for the fact that all of these look like they're based off of fictional movies and such.
Yeah, I know.
Or the
I'm not-
fictional movies were
I'm not-
based off
so-
of this.
I'm not
Yeah.
saying that this guy's factual. I'm saying that this guy claimed he did this. I'm not saying he's factual. These
Well,
other guys up top, the other three are definitely factual. They existed. But
He
they
doesn't
did
even
help out
exist.
the world.
He's in an
Bob
alternate
Lazar.
universe, remember?
No, different planet.
That's right,
K
different
history.
planet. Different planet. No, here's the thing though, with this technology, this stuff looks completely inefficient for space travel. There's one that
Mhm.
literally looks like a piece of cheese right in the middle.
Yeah, I know.
Like, I feel like there's more. If there are creatures that can explore space, they'd create something a little more. I wouldn't say aerodynamic, but a little more like flexible for traveling somewhere.
Mm-hmm. And again, we don't really truly know if that is. Because have you ever been to space, Aiden?
No, but Bill Gates
Okay.
has. Wait,
Say that
no,
there's
not
there's
Bill Gates.
absolutely no it's likely that there's absolutely no friction there, or like no resistance. So
We literally
That's
don't
fair.
know, so we can take this
Yeah.
guy's word into account or we don't. Now, while I'm on my crazy conspiracy page, I'm gonna do some crazy stuff here. This one I came
Okay.
across. Okay, Nikolai Tesla is from Venus.
I've been waiting for this
Alright.
one. I've been
Alright,
waiting
alright.
to hear this one.
it's just
So-
that was just outright ridiculous.
So there's literally a theory that he came from Venus.
Why?
I don't know.
Who started this, and what is their evidence for it?
I don't know. But however, I just looked it up. There's a FBI article on it.
What?
Yeah, no, for real. Like
FBI claims.
vault.fbi.gov, Nikolai Tesla. But I mean, it's funny to think about, right? Like, if this is true,
It's not.
I know, but if it is true, it's so funny.
Why would he be from
It's-
Venus? Isn't Venus a
It's
gas
more
planet?
funny to laugh at. It's more funny to laugh
Venus
at
is
the
a
people who
planet.
actually believe it.
Venus is a planet where literally nothing can survive. Yet, according to this FBI document, it's probably not. I don't think it's actually saying it, but I just want to imagine it's saying it. According to people, Nikolai Tesla, the famous scientist, is from Venus, the planet that is so inhospitable that nothing can survive there.
It's
So-
the hottest planet in the solar system.
Yup.
That's ridiculous.
I just got a strange warning when I went to this website. I'm kind of fucking freaking out.
Is that
Anyways.
the website that says that they're gonna track you if you
Yeah.
go? Sorry, yeah, I've gotten that. I've done that.
Yeah.
That's why I've been put on the FBI watch list, just because I went through their website.
On this hot streak here, there is another theory that there are giant spiders in Antarctica. All right.
That one's just true. We all know that. I'm kidding.
No, more like literally giant spiders. So there's this guy, okay? He was a scientist down in Antarctica. He was a medical professional, and he would get these bodies in his lab, and they would be like really cut up, like limbs torn off, cuts everywhere. Looked like someone was like eating it and stuff, like big scratches too. And then he was told by these like the other scientists and like higher government officials there to just say, hey, just tell everyone this was hypothermia, and then that was it.
Can I make a counter argument?
Yeah.
Polar bears.
No, literally, yeah. That's what it could be.
Penguin. It could literally be any creature that exists in Antarctica, to be honest.
Oh, but there's a photo that is attached to this. I'm trying to find the photo. I can't.
Is it a photo of a body?
Okay, yep. No, it's a photo of the quote unquote giant spider. Literally giant enemy spider. That looks very fake, which is why it's you know a lesser conspiracy theory, more a wild one, but you know.
Dude, it's almost like Loch Ness Monster type picture.
Mm,
but even it's not even like spider looking. It looks like a turtle actually.
It looks like, you ever see that like that weird white like bulb that had like 5 legs? You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Maybe.
I can find a picture of it.
Spiders living in Antarctica. That doesn't make any sense.
No, it doesn't.
No, it makes perfect sense.
Ow.
Spiders are everywhere, bro. They get everywhere. They get in your shower.
They're not.
Where do spiders
giant
not
spiders.
live?
Not giant spiders itself doesn't exist. None that are like as big as dogs.
That
Bigger
photo,
than dogs.
that spider
used
is
to be
like huge. That's gotta be like at least like above 10-ish feet big.
Okay, hear me out, Dan.
Okay.
So do you remember the theory that was basically proven that like insects used to be huge, but then the oxygen levels decreased and they shrank?
That's a true statement, by the way. That's
Not
real.
basically proved. Like, yeah, that is real. That's how a lot of things were with a lot of different species. That's how it was.
Have you noticed that you have difficulty breathing when it's cold out? That's because there's less oxygen. So in a place that's insanely freezing cold, there's less oxygen. Therefore, they could still exist there.
What?
Yeah.
No.
Checkmate. Also,
But
that picture, I'm looking at the zoomed in one, and it actually looks like a camel.
Yeah, it doesn't look like a spider.
No, I just think it's funny. Camel in Antarctica. That's my conspiracy.
Arabs showed up.
The stuff shrank because of a lack of oxygen, not because of overabundance of oxygen.
I'm gonna get back on a little thing here. So Nikola Tesla, okay.
We're back to this?
Yeah, Nikola Tesla, back to him.
He's got so much about him, bro. You'd be
There's so much about him. There's this thing called. Have you guys ever heard of the 3, 6, and 9?
Yes, you've mentioned it at some point, like a while ago.
And that's
basically there's this thing. You guys know what manifesting is?
3 times 2, then 3 to the second power.
It's okay. So basically, the 3-6-9 rule was made up by, I think it was Nikola Tesla, or he just firmly believed in it, right? And basically, it states that everything in the universe is somehow related to 3, 6, and 9. At least that's my understanding of it. So if you like, I don't know, but like if you like abide-ish by the 3-6-9 rule, things will happen to you that you like want. So say if I want like $1 million and I abide by the 3-6-9 rule, I will get $1 million sometime in my life. Usually pretty quickly.
Actually is the 3-6-9 rule.
So my understanding of it is it's like a way to manifest. You guys know what manifesting is?
Oh, of course. I believe in manifesting.
Okay, yeah. So it's a way to manifest. Basically, you wake up in the morning, you I think it's wake up. You write down 3 things you want. Midday, write down 6 things you want, and then like no like yeah no 3. The morning it's 3 things you want. Night and around like noonish, like midday, it's 6 things you like are getting, and then like 9 at night you like 9 things at night you like say I have this.
So
At least
things
that's
you
my understanding.
want, things you'll never get, and things you already have.
No, you want them all, but you're gonna like go throughout the day and say, hey, like, say if you say I want $1 million, you're gonna start the morning saying I want $1 million, then I'm getting $1 million, then I have $1 million.
Oh.
At least that's my understanding of it. I could be very, very wrong.
That
but,
sounds like a Goosebumps book
mhm.
of like a horror story, like a YouTube horror story about someone that just has that power.
Okay, so I just looked it up. Nikola Tesla's famous quote, if you only knew the magnificence of 3, 6, and 9, then you would have the key to the universe.
Maybe he just means in geometry. As an inventor, you have to know that
This
kind of
number,
stuff.
This number signifies
Pulling
positive changes in
power.
progress. It is a sign that you should trust your intuition and follow your heart.
Okay, so he's a Facebook mom.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but they add everything. That's just something silly and strange. And then we have frequencies. This gets like very, very kind of like
It's like the 396 hertz or
just like
whatever that I
just
just
like
saw.
astrological kind of stuff. But it's like frequencies
no,
are
not
like
zodiacs.
no, it's not. It's called frequencies. Like there's different frequencies. I believe all music is 440 hertz, which I believe damages the body. It was switched to 440 by I believe it was a Rothschild back in the 1930s.
It's always the Rothschild.
Yeah, for real. And then yeah, they paid music companies to go to 440 hertz because it is more like alarming to the body, so it damages like people more. And then music used to be inside 432 hertz, which like helped the body. And these hertz, they have like different things. Like there's some hertz that like heal you, some hertz that like boost your spirits. There's a money frequency that gives you money. A ton of stuff to play around with.
AirPods play it at a certain hertz, and I'm Wolverine.
Yeah, no, literally, like that kind of stuff.
Dude, literally me writing down 369 for $1 million while listening to the money music.
Yeah.
Me getting rich. I'm so broke. It's not funny.
Breaking the laws of the universe, bro.
Okay. This is a fun one. Remote viewing. Anyone know what that is?
I can guess
What is it?
that they're just spying on us or something. Or being able to like, what's the word? Being able to like see outside your body or whatever, like leave your body.
Yes. So basically, there were these 2 brothers, okay, who claimed that they could travel into the future and travel back in time, or travel anywhere in the world and see what's going on at that exact moment, right then and there. And the FBI did a study on this. So there's actually like CIA and FBI documents about remote viewing, and they've proved it to be true. So you can literally, if you want to test it out, I don't know, I haven't tested it out yet. I don't know if it's real or not. But there's FBI documents or it's CIA documents saying that you can go into the future, back into the past, and see an event, or anywhere in the world and see an event. So I could like watch Dan getting birthed into this world, or shower.
I see we had different ideas there.
Yeah. Stick him back his mom.
Like either of those thoughts.
Okay, I'm not gonna.
Going back in time to ask Shakespeare what he meant when he said the door was red.
Okay, so I don't think you can interact with the past. I think it's just strictly watching it. Like you can strictly watch what's going on.
Just sounds ridiculous.
So it's Interstellar.
Kinda, yes.
It's like projecting your spirit or whatever.
Yes, exactly.
Astral projection, something like that. I don't know. I mean,
The-
I've had out of
It's by the CIA.
I've
Definitely by the
had an out
CIA.
of body experience, so I guess I believe in that stuff. But like time travel, not so much.
it genuinely just sounds like the plot to Interstellar. You guys watched that, right?
I've seen a few.
Interstellar,
Interstellar, yeah.
seen bits of it.
So there's a bit in the movie when he gets trapped in like this liminal space of time, and he's watching and causing all of the events. Like it's literally Chekhov's gun, the movie.
Yep. Oh yeah, I've seen that clip. Yep, I've seen it.
I'm the one that showed it in class that one time. I used that as an
Yeah.
example for Chekhov's gun, but
Mhm.
literally the dude gets stuck in like what was it, the fourth dimension or something when he went
Yeah.
to a black hole, and he's like tapping the books that were falling off the shelf at the beginning of the movie to like in Morse code to tell his family back in time that he was there.
I I don't get it.
The Rothschild paying Hollywood to make movies based off of real events so people think they're fictional.
Well, it's actually crazy. And another CIA declassified document is the Adam and Eve theory. Anyone want to take a stab at what that is?
We're all related. I don't know.
That all life started from like the meteor.
No, it's how their world's gonna end.
Why
Oh,
is that the Adam and Eve theory?
Because the
No
world's
idea.
it's gonna start anew with a very small amount of people or something.
So yeah, it's the Adam and Eve story. It is by Chan Thomas. Basically, it talks about how one day the Earth's poles are going to switch completely, and it will cause massive flooding, a lot of death and destruction, like a complete reset on the world, and it happens around every 12,000 years. And if you look, 15,000 years. It's 15,000 years. No smile at us from the pages of the epic Gilgamesh. Can't pronounce that.
When was the last time that it happened then?
15,000 years ago, if this is true. So, because we have fossil records.
Well, then.
It's crazy because to support this theory, right? There is some. If you look at it, there are certain things that can prove it. There's a thing called a London hammer, which is a hammer forged from iron that was made like 32,000 years ago, before any humans should have ever been able to make that. So if it is true, that means that sometime in the near, I think 1,000 or so years, we're due, or in a few years, somewhere in that time frame, for a few years to a few thousand years, we're due for the magnetic poles to switch. And by current trends, the poles are starting to shift. So it could be.
Yeah, is it going to be instant or gradual? And if it's gradual,
I think
why
it's
hasn't it
gonna be-
happened?
I think it's going to be like a slow, gradual, and then exponentially happen until
What do you
they
mean the
lock
pole
into place.
switch?
What?
What do you mean by the pole switch?
So you know how the North Pole's inside of the North Pole and the South Pole's under the South Pole? I believe,
Yeah.
I think it's the North Pole's going to somewhere inside of, it's some rainforest. I forgot where. I think it's the Amazon rainforest. I could be wrong though. And then the
Okay.
South Pole's going to go somewhere else. I forgot where though.
I have another question. How does that affect us?
Axis changes.
We'll die.
Awesome.
If you're not in space, you will die because a massive flood will probably wreck everything, and then a ton of storms and tectonic plates shifting will earthquake. And you remember the movie 2011, 2012, whatever that movie was?
Yeah, with Jake Gyllenhaal.
Yeah, how everything literally died.
Yeah.
Yeah, like that, except real life, and the pole switched.
So sure, but how? That doesn't really. That one's not selling me. That one I'm not even I'm not even able to consider as a like. That's pretty interesting. Like most of these, I can say they're pretty interesting theories, but this one just sounds like some drunk madman.
Yeah, no, the CIA has a document on it. there's evidence saying it could happen, it could not happen, and I'm just laying out the facts here, guys. I'm just laying out the ideas. Sorry, not the facts. The ideas. That's the word I'm looking for.
True.
Um,
Well, I mean, they are facts on another planet.
Well,
yeah,
then
because
here's
it's
the
kid
thing:
history, not our history.
is that then 1,500 years is nowhere near enough time for any microorganisms to evolve into what we are
15,000.
now. 15,000, whatever. It's not enough time.
I know.
So, a global reset that many times, if it was really reset, we would not be where we are right now in terms of evolution.
It's like that. What was that show? It was South Park, right? Where there was an episode where like the planet was just like a big show for everyone.
Yes, I talked about this last time.
He did talk about this in the last episode.
No way.
He actually did.
It's like it could be like that, you know.
I
Where
love
like
that episode. It was really
I know.
good.
It could be like that where what do you call it? Like in a sense, like there's always an intelligent species like locked and loaded in the chamber, and then when one gets too advanced like us right now, we get booted off the planet, and another one goes in, whether it be from alien guidelines or like alien help or not. And there's also theories on aliens visiting the Earth. There's a few different alien theories. There's a theory where aliens. Okay, so I'm gonna give you guys a hypothetical. Okay, if you're in the woods, okay, you're in the woods, right? You're. I forgot what woods it was. It's a scientific question, but you're in the woods, and you have a gun on you, and your only goal is to get out of the woods, right?
You hear the realistic T-Rex noise.
No. But if you're stuck in the woods, right, and you have to get out of the woods, but there's also people in the woods that are either to kill you or be for your friend, right? And your only goal is to get out of the woods, right? And you come across someone. Do you kill them? Yes or no?
No, I hold my gun up to them and tell them to give me their weapons. If half the people there want to be friends and half the people there want to be enemies, then I'll force them to give me their weapons, and then after a certain amount of time, if I've gained their trust, then I'll give them their weapons back. And if they kill me with them, then shame on me.
So what I just talked about there, that was a scientific theory. I forgot who said it, but that's basically the policy with aliens, right? Is that in the forest, aka the universe, if we come across another species, how will we know what their intentions are with us?
Exactly.
I fully believe that if aliens showed themselves, half the nations in this world would go to war with them.
U.S. would.
Yeah, probably.
In today's age, I don't think we would willingly. I think we would because our allies wanted to.
That's going to bring us to
I think that America is full of a bunch of soy boys who are like, no, we need to give them a chance. This is unfair. This is unjust. And all the people who cry, like with the whole Jeffrey Dahmer thing. It's like, oh, sure, they killed thousands of us, but it's okay because they're LGBTQ. They have same-sex marriages and shit, therefore we shouldn't fight them. Like a lot of people would be like that. Not that specifically.
I'm going to bring us to the next point here. I'm trying to decide, so I can take that in two different points here. But have any of you guys heard of Project Bluebeam?
No.
No.
Is it like the conspiracy to take Bean Boozled and just replace all of the normal jelly beans with the Bean Boozled variants?
No. Yes, actually it is. Completely.
Okay. I knew it.
No, I'm kidding.
Easy.
It's a thing by the CIA, or I think it was the FBI. But it's just, I think it's just the federal government in general. But it's the government's like, so the government has this product in place, right? Where if they need to, they will stage a fake alien invasion of Earth.
I have heard
holographics. Yep. I don't know why they would. Many people believe it's already happening with UFOs getting shut down over the US already. But who knows?
I don't think they'd use holograms. I think they'd use real things and make it seem real. Because if they're gonna go to that extreme, in this hypothetical scenario, if they're gonna go to that sort of extreme, they're probably not gonna care about death. So they're probably just gonna be fully willing to kill people.
And then it goes just to terrorism by the government onto the people. Which I hate to cover up Dan's earlier point of woke people, but I'm gonna transfer this real quick, Dan. 9/11, Waco, Texas, and Ruby Ridge. Any of those strike similarities to your brains, guys, or no?
9/11 does.
I've heard all of those scenarios before, but honestly, the only conspiracy I know about of those is 9/11.
I'll go on. So, Ruby Ridge and Waco are not conspiracies, okay? They are actually real things that happen on this kiddie history world, right? Basically, Ruby Ridge was where a Green Beret, a Vietnam vet, was sick of modern society, and he just wanted to get away. So he went up into the woods of Idaho.
Idaho?
Yep. He went to the woods of Idaho, and he just lived with his family there. And I believe he had unregistered firearms. So the ATF showed up, and the ATF literally had ghillie suits, and they went in his lawn and just washed him. And then his son found these men in ghillie suits, right? So what does the son do? Trained by his Green Beret dad to that hey, the government's bad. His son shoots these ATF agents in ghillie suits, and then they kill his son. They kill his dog, and then he and his wife are holed up in his house. And then the ATF thinks they have a shot on him, but they accidentally shoot his wife, who was pregnant with an unborn baby. And then I think he surrenders and gets, I don't think he died. Anyways, the ATF and the FBI consider that a successful raid on someone's house.
I have heard that before.
Yeah.
Because I know they have a bad rep for just shoot first, ask questions later.
It's literally, yeah. And then Waco, Texas, was a compound inside Texas, and basically these people, I think they were religious people. They were just kind of existing. And I think they also had unregistered firearms. And then the ATF, God, I hate the ATF, and this kiddie history world, of course. I love the ATF here. Please take my guns away. Please take my firearms away. I cannot be trusted with them. But anyways, the ATF in this kiddie history world, they raided the Waco, Texas compound. They went in there and killed a ton of civilians, women, children, men, giant slaughter fest. Because I believe they had one guy there that they needed to get out. So instead of killing that one guy, they just shot literally everyone.
Did they end up killing that one guy?
I believe so.
So I'm gonna say, imagine if they did all that and they didn't even.
He wasn't even there.
It's doesn't the ATF also have a stereotype for killing dogs?
Yep, because of Ruby Ridge. That's why.
I don't like hearing killing dogs.
Yeah.
It's just. I don't know.
Speaking of dogs, mine's going off the hook right now.
Yeah, I hear him. He's okay.
I don't
know if my mic to mute right now. Oh well, I'm not gonna worry about it because it's not that loud.
I have some interesting stuff next. Right, let's get to more.
Guns. That's a weird topic.
What?
Guns. That's a controversial topic.
No, we can't go.
I feel like we're kind of skipping through a lot really quickly here.
Yeah, well, I have a lot of topics here, quite a lot of topics.
Okay.
I'm gonna go back to 9/11 first, though, because I mentioned that. So, does anyone know the full 9/11 conspiracy?
I do.
Picture with the picture,
what?
Right?
There's the picture of Bill Clinton.
You're gonna explain it.
There's the picture of Bill Clinton on Epstein Island holding a paper airplane with another paper airplane on the floor and 2 Jenga towers knocked over. They found that during the raid on Epstein Island. How long ago was it? 12 years ago?
I forgot one. Mm-hmm.
I didn't want to explain it because
It
that
was-
picture. Is that what you're talking about?
No.
It's the one I used on my school project.
No. I know exactly what you're talking about. I just didn't want to say it because I wanted to let Caleb explain it.
No, I'm talking about 9/11 in general, like 9/11 completely.
Oh, the fact that $1 million went missing from the Pentagon.
So September 10th, Donald Rumsfeld announced that 2.3 trillion dollars, trillion with a T, went missing. 2.3 trillion went missing from the Department of Defense budget inside the Pentagon, right? Which that's a lot of money just to go missing. So next day, September 11th, we all know what happened. Two planes crashed 3 towers inside of New York City.
3.
And then one plane managed to hit the Department of in the Pentagon where they manage money, conveniently exactly where when they're trying to count up all the money that went missing the day prior.
What was the third tower that went down? I didn't know there was 3.
So yeah, there was 3 towers. There was the Twin Towers, and there was the World Trade Center 7, which is a shorter, smaller tower, not too close, but kind of close enough to the Twin Towers, right? It would have never fallen on its own. I mean, there's always the argument of, does jet fuel melt steel beams, which it doesn't, and then what then brought down the Twin Towers? Of course, in this kiddie history world, but basically, no matter how you put it, there was no way that the 7th tower fell if it wasn't demolished on its own, because no plane hit it, but somehow 3 buildings fell in New York that day.
Have I told you the story about the kid that was inspired by 9/11?
Yes.
Inspired?
It was a kid who got inspired by 9/11.
There was a kid who saw what happened, and he wanted to do the same exact thing. So he stole a plane from the local airport, crashed it into, and he crashed it into another building as a suicide bomber. This was like 2 or 3 years after 9/11 happened, and he was the only death, and the building didn't fall. He literally just crashed into the building, and that was it. There was nobody in the area where he crashed into. There was like maybe $5,000 worth of property damage on the building. Like he did little to no damage whatsoever. It was
What a fucking idiot.
Yeah, he was the only person that died.
But 9/11 goes so much deeper because the guy who actually owned the towers, a few months previous, he took out an insurance loan on the towers. So if anything happened, he would get money for it. A lot of celebrities were told to not fly the days around September 11th. Kind of weird to think about. What else? And then,
Bill Clinton.
But of course, and then it's always the question of how does one tower fall out of sympathy? How does a plane? Okay, question: how does a pilot who couldn't even handle an engine set in like a week prior perfectly land a corkscrew maneuver into the exact office where the Pentagon was trying to figure out where the money went the day prior?
Wasn't it a hijacking though, or are you talking about a pilot hijacked and was able to fly perfectly?
So the hijackers were trained to fly engine Cessnas, right? Smaller planes, very smaller planes, not even comparable to the size of a what was it, Boeing? That was Boeing 747, 737.
Just call it that.
747.
Well, the bigger plane, because it's a big difference in a plane. So, it's a big leap to go from that small plane to that big plane. And somehow the hijacker, who couldn't barely even do that, could somehow do a perfect corkscrew maneuver and exactly hit the Pentagon where it needed to be hit to, have all the money just disappear. Which is weird to think about, if you think about it.
Yeah, only a lot.
Only a lot, yeah. Of course, it's all like kiddie history, art history. We all know what happened. Tragically, 2,733 people died because of ISIS.
Yep.
Yeah.
Have you heard of the Golden Xbox? I think I told Dan about this. Caleb, do you know about the Golden Xbox? So when they did the raid on Osama bin Laden, there's a picture. Yeah, there's a picture somewhere of the Marines that raided his house, all in his living room, playing on a golden Xbox on his giant flat screen TV. And
Mm-hmm.
like the Xbox is made of pure gold. So he like how did he get his hands on that? Where would he have gotten it from?
Also, I want to say real quick, Osama bin Laden, when the CIA checked his computer, he had an Animal Crossing world. I need to see it. I need to see his world.
I honestly,
need to see it.
I might have heard of that. I feel like I've heard that before. Like I feel like I've seen it.
I literally need to see his, and I need to know what he's been doing. I need to know what he's been doing, bro.
Dude has a shrine for Anka, hands down.
No, he for real does. Okay, let's look at my list here. I'm gonna go back to what Dan was talking about earlier when Dan was mentioning about woke people.
Oh.
Yep.
Okay.
I want to skip back around to Hollywood though. So Hollywood, this isn't really like a conspiracy. It's more of just a thing that's been going on. A lot of their like woke movies recently have been on decline.
Shit.
Yeah. No. Have you noticed that all their woke movies are starting to get like a lot of backlash because they're just terrible in general?
Because they think that they'll just
because they
ride.
try harder to make sure that everybody accepts the movie rather than putting their efforts into making an actual good story.
Yeah. So, good news about that is that since the wokeness age, I'm gonna call it the wokeness age in Hollywood, it's starting to die down, right? So
Yeah.
we're going to see a lot more quality films by the end of this 2030 age.
Puss in Boots brings us into a new age.
No, it really did.
It really does.
I'm gonna go into 2030. By the way, does anyone know what 2030? Why it's so significant?
Is that the greenhouse, the Willow Project? The timestamp? No.
No, because it's 100 years from the Great Depression.
No. Okay. So 2030. You guys know what the World Economic Forum is, right?
Yes, I've heard of it.
Yes.
No.
So World Economic Forum. It is the like basically the biggest people on the planet. They like make up. They how do I put this? They like they do with everything money, right?
They're the 1% of the 1%.
Yeah, they are. Yeah, exactly 1% of 1%, right? So, yeah, basically, what they're announcing is by the year 2030, there will be two types of people. I believe they said there will be people who are useful, and people who are slaves to the system.
So basically, China.
Yeah, but the entire Western world. So basically, if you're useful, you'll have some benefits, but if you're not useful, you'll be like a 9 to 5 stuck in that kind of job frame. But they're making technology, the World Economic Forum, they're making technology that monitors brain waves so they can track everything you do at work. They're making a cryptocurrency that governments can regulate. So if you've been good, they'll give you some money. If you've been bad, they'll take away all your money, take away your house, take away everything. No salary. So that is their plan by 2030.
And the world's gonna fall apart.
Yeah,
It already is.
Yeah, so we have 7 years until the World Economic Forum enacts their plan, and if certain things happen by that, so they call it like the Great Reset, right? That's like their New World Order, right? New World Order, the Great Reset. What do you want to call it? But if we don't do certain things by then, this is what's going to happen. Okay, this is just factual. America will soon, if no fight is put up, American citizens will have no guns to protect themselves. There will be American citizens who do everything they are told due to the woke agenda being pushed on young Americans right now. We have evidence of that. We all know our one teacher who literally textbook brainwashed people. If we don't be careful, and we don't voice our opinions, and if we don't fight for our rights, one day very soon, one day in 7 years, we will have no rights in general. Because without any guns, you can't protect yourself. Government can come in, do whatever they want. You're defenseless. That's why other countries like Dubai, those other countries in the Middle East are looking so appealing to many Americans now. Majority of Americans want to move out there for the sole reason that, you know, it's going to be completely free out there, except, can't be guns, but the government's nice to you. Government's fair, except for here when the government literally has an agenda to own all private light by 2030.
Dude, I'm telling you, Denmark has never looked so good. Denmark
right?
is the perfect place to go off the grid. Nobody ever talks about it as is. You could literally just live there in a town. You don't even have to go off the grid. You could literally just live in Denmark and nobody would know you at all. It's perfect.
I'll talk about off the grid here. Well, off the grid, there was a guy, real quick tangent here. There's a guy named the Alaskan frontierman, I think that was his name. And he was this man who wanted to just disappear from life. So he went off the grid in Alaska, I think for like 20 or so years. And there's like videos of him online. He's just talking to the birds. He said he never felt like more at peace in his entire life. He was just out living with animals, having the time of his life in Alaska for like 20 years, 20, 30 years. And then we got another man kind of like that, Ted Kaczynski.
Oh no.
Ted is like that man, except a lot, I want to say smarter, but he's dumber because
he's more radical.
Yeah, Ted had more radical views. He was technically had a higher IQ. He was a math teacher, hated the world. Actually, he was trans. That's a fun story. So, letting you know that the Unabomber was a transgender person. Like he was gonna get his sex changed because he felt like he was a woman, but he opted out of it at the last second. So, I'm just saying, I don't think that there's ever been a straight. I'm not gonna make that joke. Never mind. I'm not gonna make that joke.
LGBT representation everywhere.
We literally do. We're now getting the gay update for terrorist.
Oh God.
Dude, new patch notes, LGBT in the terrorism network.
There's gonna be that one guy on TikTok who freaks out whenever a well-known person comes out as LGBTQ and it's gonna say the name of some terrorist. Some terrorist is now gay. This is amazing. It'll bring so much more light to the LGBTQ community.
Osama bin Laden was bisexual?
No way. Okay, time to go to my Ted Kaczynski page here. So let's go to Ted. What did Ted preach? He was very smart. He wanted anti-technology. He believed that industrial society ruined humanity because he said it eroded freedom, life was unfulfilling, and there was increased suffering. And he thought the only way to fix this was to have a revolution because we were past the point of reforms. He wanted a pre-industrial technology society, so like water wheels and stuff like that. But he claimed that leftists supported anti-individualism and promoted like pro-connectivism, like everyone would be together, and like no one would solve problems. And conservatives whine about the like loss of values, but push for the future. Really interesting stuff. I've read his manifesto, the entire thing. I don't agree with it. I think he's batshit insane, to be quite frankly honest with you.
I kind of agree that in a lot of ways,
to an extent, he's right. Life is unfulfilling now, right? Like in the first world countries like America, you can get literally anything. However, that's the problem. You can get literally anything. There's no challenge anymore, which is a good thing but a bad thing at the same time. I don't want to challenge for my food, but at the same time, you kind of do at some point.
I don't know.
My family being right outside my room yelling. I love it.
That's okay. We can just cut this part out.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like we should slow it down. How much more do you got, Caleb? Like, how many more things do you have on there?
I can go for another 2 out. I can keep going, bro, if we need. I can keep going if we need.
And how about this? Let's slow it down because we can save a lot of this for a part 2 if people like it. And we can actually reflect on these ideas and say what we believe rather than just jump from idea to idea because we can definitely make a part 2 on this.
All right. This episode, like Sorry. Okay. Dude, this episode is quite literally my brain. Like, this is how my brain works every single second. Like, it's just jumping and jumping and jumping to the next idea and the next idea. Quite literally ADD. Give me that Ritalin, bro.
We could.
Yeah, like my Ritalin joke, Dan.
The what?
My Ritalin joke.
Oh, what one was that?
I said I have ADD. Give me some Ritalin, and then
Who the
okay, just
uses LinkedIn?
that.
Let's slow it down a little, and we can all reflect on it more.
All right, sounds good.
Reflect on what?
This stuff. And just I don't know. I feel like I'm doing a very big lack of talking here.
Is this be like a reflection part then?
Can and
We'll just have a bit after each subject is brought up where we can just all talk about it before, and then once all of us have said something, we can move on.
kind of why I brought up guns. I was going to talk about like we could go into the debate about gun rights.
Oh boy, we can do that.
We do that. Controversy, guys. I love controversy.
Free at Walmart.
Okay. Caleb, what else you got for us?
I can get to some bigger stuff if we want.
Bigger stuff.
Yeah, no bigger stuff. How much time we have
All
left?
right.
Oh, we got time.
We can technically go as long as we want. Any useless shit can be trimmed.
I'm gonna pull out the whiteboard.
Oh my god.
Dude. Side note
Turn
about
on the
whiteboard.
screen recorder. Caleb, turn your camera on. Let's.
No, I'm gonna no.
I know.
Side tangent. I've been wanting to buy a whiteboard in my room so that I could just have stuff on the whiteboard, but they're like $300
Really?
to have like a big
Okay.
whiteboard with like a stand that can be wheeled and flipped around and stuff. It's like it's expensive.
I was just thinking one they hang up on the wall.
Time to get to the whiteboard. How do we start the kitty history whiteboard here? Okay.
How do you spell it?
We mean whiteboard.
No.
Kitty history?
How do you spell kitty?
Dude, I'm on melatonin right now, guys. I took melatonin an hour ago. I'm like,
I don't know why it was so funny. It's just the way you responded. You just sounded so annoyed. It's like, you don't know how to spell the whiteboard?
guys, I'm feeling it. I'm sorry, guys. I'm feeling it right now.
That's...
Okay.
Oh.
Anyway,
Anyway.
I have to mention his name. I think we'll start there. We're gonna start at Jeffrey Epstein.
Oh boy.
All right, so Jeffrey Epstein, as we can see from my whiteboard, well, I can see, was funded by big banks and the Rothschilds. Jeffrey Epstein.
You could turn your camera on so we can see it.
No, that's too. I can't show it and then talk about it at the same time.
No.
Actually, hold on.
You'd make a bad teacher.
Hold on, call that out. I'm gonna switch topics here. This is actually a lot more important than Jeffrey Epstein. All right.
Okay.
So I'm on. All right. Do you guys know about the crypto billionaires?
Logan Paul?
Yeah.
Okay.
People who bought crypto and now they're like extremely rich.
Crypto Zoo.
What'd you say, Dan?
Said Crypto Zoo? I'm kidding now.
No. Okay. So
Logan Paul!
there were 6 people who got into billions of dollars, from cryptocurrency. Okay. And all 6 of them died by suicide.
Oh.
Let that sink in.
Hold on. I don't need that to sink in. I need you to say that again.
Huh?
I need you to say
What?
that again.
Yeah. Okay. So all 6 people who got to billions of dollars and like money from cryptocurrency all died by suicide. So I'm gonna let that sink in while I find something. So
Weird.
So there's one guy, I forgot what his name was, we're gonna find out really soon. Okay. So there was one guy. His name was what I find out. Okay. I can't. Okay. Yep. Nikolai
Tesla.
Nikolai Mushagayan. Okay. He tweeted this, and I quote: CIA and Mossad and pedo elite are running some kind of sex trafficking, entrapment, blackmail ring out of Puerto Rico and Caribbean islands. They're going to frame me with a laptop planted by my ex-girlfriend, who is a spy. They will torture me to death. The very next day, he was found by suicide in Puerto Rico.
Oh, was he tortured?
We don't know because it said he drowned. He drowned in Canada, Puerto Rico, by suicide.
Was he just on the beach, like a Yu-Gi-Oh guy?
I think he was swimming in a pool. I'm gonna put a picture of his final tweet in chat here. That was his final tweet right there. I'll let that sink in. Quietly, because it's sinking in my room. I gotta let him in. Hold on. Alright, I'll let that sink in. We're all good now.
Dang.
Sorry to say this, but did you mispronounce Caribbean?
Yes, I did.
What did you say? Caribbean?
Caribbean, yeah.
It's a matter of pronunciation.
I forgot what exactly he said. I just thought he said it weird.
It was probably Caribbean.
There's Caribbean versus Caribbean, which is just.
I don't know. I switched from Caribbean to Caribbean. I don't know why.
I'm like that with a few other words.
Mm-hmm.
Like Terraria and
anyway.
Terraria.
Yeah. Yeah. No. So this fella here, this little silly man here, was found dead. Many people think it was by, quite literally, assassination. Really.
About it is that if they want to be sneaky about it, they're making it way too obvious right now.
But they killed because there were 6 crypto billionaires. They killed all 6 by suicide. And this is why I said cut out the Epstein part before, because this heavily ties into Epstein, okay? Because Epstein's Island, guess where that was?
Caribbean.
Yep.
Is it? I always thought it was off the coast of like California or something.
Nope, it was in the U.S. Virgin Islands. It was an island called Little St. James. And that's why this highly ties into Epstein, why I had this guy go first before Epstein, because this is more recent than Epstein. This kind of proves that in this kiddie history world, not our world, remember kiddie history, guys, this ties into the fact that there is still a elite sex trafficking ring. Whether it's them doing it for fun, whether it's them doing it for religious beliefs, because there's always Baal, which is I don't know who Baal is by chance.
No.
So Baal is a satanic, I think he's just a devil, and he feeds off kids.
Same,
so
honestly.
like death of kids, yeah.
Oh, shut up, Aiden.
Anyways, so it could be this ring is from Baal, is like a Baal support thing. This ring is just blackmail, but always ties into Epstein, which is kind of funny to say. It all ties into Epstein.
It all trickles down.
It all trickles down to Epstein.
I don't think there's ever been an actual suicide in this entire conspiracy ring. Like, I don't think any form of higher up suicide has ever actually been a suicide, ever.
You guys, I'm so happy. I just want to say, I'm so happy that none of my friends are terrible. Want to know why? Because no matter how bad a friend is, they could at least not be the Clintons. Because 200 of the Clintons' close friends have died by suicide.
Ow.
So
How?
Remember,
Because
guys.
it was not because they got suicided by the Clintons. The Clintons committed suicide on them, bro.
So I'm just saying, guys. No matter what happens, at least
Just
you're
be
not
glad
friends with
you're
the
not friends
Clintons.
with the Clintons.
I know. I love the Clintons. I love the Clintons so much. Of course, it's the kitty Clintons, not our Clintons. It's the
Yeah, no,
kitty
not
Clintons. But yeah, and of course it all goes back to our main point of the night. Not really, but Jeffrey Epstein.
Interesting.
What are you guys' thoughts on Jeffrey Epstein? I mean, get some of.
I don't know. I hear a lot of.
I'm gonna drink some water. Like just talk about Epstein because I've talked too much.
Let's just say I believe that the situation between Epstein and McAfee were exactly the same.
That is a true statement.
Not very well educated on this topic. I do know, isn't his book being released soon or something like that?
Yes, I'll get into that right now. So
which one? Sorry.
The Black Book.
Right.
So So basically, there's a current lawsuit that happened early this year. It was by the U.S. Virgin Islands to J.P. Morgan, like the head bank, right? One of the biggest banks in the world. Okay. And basically, the lawsuit said, "We're suing you because you funded Jeffrey Epstein's shenanigans on his island. Of course, by shenanigans, I mean raping kids. But to each their own." Anyways, they were demanding that book is released. However, it's funny because the FBI has been looking for that book for like the past probably more than 3 years now, probably like 6 or so years now.
Were they really looking?
No, they weren't. So, it makes you wonder, how are they gonna? Because they definitely have the names, right? They have the names for the Black Book. It's just they don't want to release it to the public yet.
Well, the names have been leaked through, but there's no validity behind them because there's no the book itself has not been shown.
What's currently happening right now? We're currently seeing the world, which is why I believe that the World Economic Forum will not have a successful plan by the year 2030. Is because what's happening right now, is that public opinion is starting to outweigh the private lives of rich billionaires who were bankers and run Hollywood. I'm not going to say what religion, but we all know what religion. Jews.
You could have just said Romanians.
I'm just
Penny
kidding.
snatchers. We'll call them that.
Yo.
We can call them. The new Minecraft mob. We can call them the new Minecraft mob.
Yeah.
We'll just call them new Minecraft mob. Dan, do you know what the new Minecraft mob is?
No.
I'll show you.
Pickpocketers? Are they pickpocketers?
No.
Do they take stuff from your inventory?
Do you know what their name? You want to know what their name is? Here, I'll show you a picture. Their name is the Sniffer.
Sniffer?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. We'll just refer to.
The fuck is that thing?
It sniffs. It's
I
got a
voted for
very
it.
big nose. So did I.
Hey, man.
But yeah, we'll just refer to that genre of people as the new Minecraft mob.
Okay. Well, anyways,
Snatchers.
that was a complete joke. I was kidding entirely, but
Of course.
Again,
Of
this
course.
is Kitty World.
This is Kitty World. This is a planet very distant from ours, very distant from ours, but somehow the same. Not gonna say how. Maybe because I am both the worlds. Who's to know, though? Anywho,
Maybe that's where Nicole came from. Maybe that's where Nicole.
Did you just say?
Maybe that's where Tesla came from.
Exactly.
Tesla came from Kitty World, bro.
Did you say how to doodly do?
Yeah.
I muted for that. I didn't have time to mute on both, though.
That's fine. Yes, I did say anyhow to doodly do. But yeah, where was I? CIA. No, so Epstein was funded by the big banks, and the U.S. Virgin Islands want money because of that. And due to this court hearing, that I believe is at the courts of New York City somewhere. I believe so. I could be wrong though. It could have been to the Supreme Court by now. But anyways, public opinion is starting to outweigh the private lives of like billionaires and stuff. So they're going to release the names most likely very soon, which actually I'm gonna pull it up is a quote by Jeffrey Epstein. He said, "If you saw what these eyes would see," no, I'm not gonna quote it right now because I don't want to get it wrong. Just kind of mute this, Jack. Thank you. Love you, Jack. Okay, so I found the quote. Jeffrey Epstein said this, okay? And I quote, "If only you could see what these eyes saw, there would be a revolution tomorrow." Now, this is, of course, in reference to him talking about who was on his island. And if that list comes out, we know that the Clintons went there, we know that Trump went there, we know that the Bushes went there. That's like what every single current leading political figure went to this island, did stuff with this man. So, all I'm saying, guys, is that watch out, because the second this list is revealed, there's going to be a complete change in the Western world as we know it. All because of this one silly man named Jeffrey Epstein, who watches me sleep. That is a true fact. I have a flag in my room that says this flag not hang itself. And he watches me sleep every single night.
Is there any idea when it's going to be
No,
shown?
but I will definitely be ecstatic when it happens, because I get to actually won't be happy, because probably money will have no meaning. It'll be anarchy for at least a few years before we get any resemblance of civilization back.
There's already none.
Well, we have some basic government, you could say.
Some.
I'm talking about like complete anarchy, like complete.
Oh.
So that's
I don't think I could say this. There's complete anarchy over the whole George Floyd situation.
Mm-hmm.
Protests got very violent.
Yeah, I'm gonna say this real quick. That was actually, fun fact, there's a conspiracy theory, getting back to those now, that the FBI further encouraged those acts. So the FBI went out and encouraged violence.
The protests or the situation with George Floyd?
Protest. It was George Floyd. There's also another theory that actually it's not more than theory. Actually, I think it was Ted Cruz, or I think it might have not been Ted Cruz, but he went to the FBI and he talked to them about the January 6th attacks. Well, I say attacks in quotes. It depends on how you look at it. If you see it by the media's eyes, it was attacks, because they only show, literal attacks. But most of the security cam footage of January 6th are just people walking around the Capitol building and looking at artifacts. But of course, the media gets paid more if they are showing violent people.
Crazy stories, yeah.
Yep.
Can I be honest about something?
Yeah.
I haven't been paying attention for the last 5 minutes because I've literally been trying to find this the entire time. So this is a character from One Piece. And this one sticks out to me a lot for one reason, and that it's literally just Osama bin Laden. Literally the character's introduction was described as him and his ally were known, their bounty came from destroying marine towers, literally destroying world government towers in the show.
Mm-hmm.
It's literally just the author putting an ISIS terrorist in One Piece, and I just think that's really funny.
Mm-hmm.
Looks like a fat Jafar.
Yeah. Anyways, but yeah, Ted Cruz. Back to Ted Cruz. He went to the FBI and was like, "Hey, did you or did you not incite violence on January 6th?" Basically, I don't want to say it's a theory because most like I want to say it's proven factual that the FBI encouraged violence on January 6th to um, push. I forgot. I don't know why they did it. I don't know why they do it, but yeah, basically saying the FBI
Once
would
again, it all
do
comes
that.
down to the almighty
Why wouldn't
dollar.
they?
It all comes down to the almighty dollar, as usual.
No, it's not about money because
Typically, most of the time it is. If they want the news to be showing crazy stories, like you said, it's more profitable, more people are watching it, more people want to see it.
It's
if I
more
have my best guess for this. What? Sorry, go on.
It's more profitable to create a divide among the citizens. That way they can make decisions and the people are too busy fighting themselves. It's just an entire conspiracy to separate the country even more. That way they can roll out things like the cryptocurrency that they're planning and stuff like that, because no one can argue it because they're too busy arguing against themselves.
I agree completely with that. Yeah.
Exactly.
But back to Ted Cruz here. He walked up to the
Busy
FBI.
mesmerized at a butter cow.
Yeah,
wow,
no, for real.
a cow made of butter.
Made of butter.
My girls would love it.
Love it. But yeah, no, he basically, the FBI had on their website for that day, like people who like encouraged, like people who like were really violent that day. They put a picture of this guy on the FBI website, like they were asking to look for him. I think there were like 9 other suspects, and he was one of them. And then they got rid of him because he was an FBI agent who told people to go up and storm the Capitol.
Damn.
So
Also,
the FBI basically caused the attacks.
I laugh every time I see a news source talking about how it was a terrorist raid, because they were let in. There was no resistance, little to no, I should say. There was some resistance, but there's little to none.
Ready? Not even that. They were let in, and then the actual security cam footage shows that most people who went in there were very respectful. They looked at like the artifacts in there. They looked around. They kind of walked around, took pictures of stuff, and they got out.
Oh, is that what you were talking about earlier?
Yeah.
when I was looking for the G character.
Yeah. Most people were very respectful. Most people just, weren't terrible, and they were nice, and they were Capitol building, despite what other people are saying.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, it's all the way you look at it, really.
It always is. Like with a lot of debates. All about perspective.
Mm-hmm. Isn't that the way they say it goes?
Yeah, I wrote down too much stuff here. I have too much stuff to talk about.
Yeah, we're not gonna shove it all into this one.
I went on a giant rabbit hole, and I got super. I don't want to say that word, but I'm water. Wait, don't know, champagne. I have 2 bottles in my basement, and they're just free for the taking.
Oh. Interesting. I'll take one.
I've been living the life. No, I'm having it too much. We kind of mentioned John McAfee. I'm not gonna get to him. I'm gonna save JFK for a rainy day.
Honestly, McAfee is my favorite one to talk about, mostly because it was the only one that I was actually like invested in while it was still happening.
Okay, let's go back to. We didn't really talk about McAfee. Let's go back to McAfee. We kind of just skimmed over him.
Do you know about McAfee?
No.
Oh boy, he's a fun one.
I'll let you go into him.
All right, so first we should say that John McAfee is the owner of the McAfee Protection Service that you can get on your computers that protect your information from other people. And it's probably the most popular one. Many celebrities and government officials use it. Well, McAfee came out one day saying that he had been stealing their information, which is obviously illegal, but he basically has his own black book of plans that the government people and celebrities were planning on using and enacting against the people and other countries. And they were using his service to hide it. And because they were using it, he found it and he compiled it all into a list. Obviously, he was arrested, but because he's a rich billionaire, dude, he was able to keep his phone. So, in fear of them saying that he was faking his death, he was constantly making tweets such as, "I am comfortable, I have no suicidal thoughts, I am not intent on doing anything to harm myself, everyone in here is extremely friendly with me because I am targeting the people they despise." And he even got it tattooed on his arm that he wouldn't kill himself. But miraculously, a month after he was imprisoned, he was found committing suicide, and he is now dead from committing suicide in his prison cell.
Quite literally, Jeffrey Epstein 2.0.
Literally exactly the same scenario.
So I just want to quickly, I don't know, briefly mention this real quick. There was a Democrat who recently warned Trump to be careful what he's talking about because he kept on, because Trump's been on like this anti-FBI CIA track recently after he got banned off Twitter, and they're trying to take them down. And it was a Democrat. Yeah, it was like his opposition was told him to be careful because they will kill him. Just want to mention that because, you know.
Well, if they kill him, then honestly, the government is really bad at being discreet.
He's too public. He's too public for them to do anything right now.
So was JFK though.
Duh.
JFK the same exact. Actually, I'll say JFK for rainy day.
That's true, but I'd like to say they learned his lesson. They've learned their lesson with him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Oh shit.
You know, the world is this world we talk about, the kitty history world, is so much crazier than our world, you know?
Yeah.
Like, stuff goes so deep. And guys, please do not research this, because you will find stuff that you do not like about the kitty history world.
Oh, yeah.
Not ours. Remember, not ours. Kitty history, of course, not ours.
Kitty history world.
Our world is perfect. Believe everything you're told.
No.
Don't eat red meat. Eat the crickets, because they're healthy for you. You know.
I can't. I will never eat crickets.
Weirdo.
I'm not gonna eat crickets. I like red meat. I'm gonna eat red meat.
I've never had crickets.
Continue to eat cows.
Amen, brother. I actively participate in hating the Antichrist.
What I don't understand. I just don't understand. I don't know. There's a lot of this stuff leaving my brain in mush.
Yep.
These topics are so very interesting and so very vast. Also, I'm eating a Hershey's bar right now.
Very nice.
Dude, this entire episode is just my brain active. Like, I get so many weird, wild thoughts. None of them relevant. Always side tangents. Of course, why I'm the conspiracy theory expert, you know.
I'm going a whole separate rabbit holes about problems with the world, but mainly we just talked about.
God, the amount of rabbit holes
figures this time.
Sorry, I thought you were finished. What'd you say?
I don't even remember.
Oh.
In this one episode, if we're gonna end it soon, which we probably are, I've covered half of everything I've written down.
Damn. The amount of rabbit holes that we can go down is like the tarantula hole field from last episode.
So if you gamers are very interested, which I assume you are because this is funny stuff.
If you even listen to this, and made it to this part, thank you for listening.
Because of course this is kitty history. It's not real history. It's kitty history.
Exactly.
Of course.
You know, none of it's real, guys. So just
you 9 viewers are now educated on this topic.
Yeah.
Actually, we have a steady 21.
On the last one?
We've had 21 on the last few.
Oh.
And I'm afraid to check the audience retention rate and see that they only watched 2 minutes in.
Yeah, they probably did.
Oh no! Well, you don't even have to check it. We know that that's all they listen to.
Which is why I don't want to confirm it.
Oh, you just confirm in your head.
People have what I call the TikTok attention span, aka me, where they need that constant change of a topic.
We should
me.
We should start putting Family Guy funny moments in our
At the
video.
bottom. And that gameplay, that one gameplay.
Yeah, the mole.
Like the digit shooter. Yeah. This podcast boring as hell.
How exciting.
Exciting indeed.
Yep.
Well, should we Should we?
I just want to scream. I have been wanting to say this for a while, but gun rights, I don't get them. Wait, that came out wrong. I don't understand them. I don't understand the people who need guns. That's all all I have to say is, if you're in a confrontation and you're the one who pulls out the gun, you're the pussy. That's all I have to say.
Dude, I'm so tired. I don't know what's going on right now.
Me neither.
So I checked I'm checking right now. The audience retention rate actually was the worst on our original episode. It was 8 minutes for Fears and Horror Stories, but then for Shower Thoughts, it jumped up to 25 minutes. So the average viewer watched about 25 minutes of our podcast episode. And
most
recently, the one with the most views had the least attention span on it.
Yeah. And the most recent video is at 17. Controversial Topics is at 7. Our shortest one is Controversial Topics. Go figure.
Oh, come on. That's one of the best ones.
This one's about to hit 35,
now.
bro. This one's going to be a new record, I'm telling you.
I hope so.
How long is this one going to be?
Huh?
How long is this one going to be?
We'll see. We don't know when it'll end. Probably close to 145.
Comes out probably, I think, the most recent to the date we recorded it, so we'll find out soon.
Yep. It takes about a week and a half to get the info. Well, for
recommending this to people, please.
Yeah, start putting this in the recommendeds.
They can start hearing our dumb voices.
That's right.
We need to make snippets of the best parts of these and upload them to TikTok.
Oh, that would be genius.
I almost said that as a joke, but then I actually thought about it, and it was like, that could actually work.
No, that's not gonna work. You have to upload them to TikTok with like that Family Guy underneath, and then Digit Shooter, and then South Park, and then that's a pretty good highlight.
Yeah.
You're watching 2 shows in a game while listening to us talk about 9/11.
And then the DVD bouncing around the screen.
It'd be a great short.
Oh, it would be beautiful.
Pretty good.
Oh.
We could also start posting moments to the Instagram, I guess.
I'll make that as a joke. That'd be a really funny joke for me to make. I might just do
that.
Why do you get so close to the mic there?
I don't know. Brain is mush right now. All the shit you said, I couldn't keep up.
I'm gonna look for you. I will find you. And I will lick your toes. I need to be like Liam Neeson for real. You know? Like that should be me.
Internet. You are now rocking your boy, DJ Hennessy Young Man. Serious Bangers 3.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm having a really hard time opening my eyes right now.
Is it because you need to slumber?
I took 2 melatonin pills around 2 hours ago. So you do the math.
Take pills.
It's about 2 more than I said.
The pills.
Actually, they're gummies. They're gummies, but
are they the ones that taste like
I don't take shit to help me sleep.
What?
The yucky strawberry pills?
No, they're like really tasty grape pills.
Oh.
Oh yeah, they're good.
Don't take shit to help me sleep, you beta!
It's called, I literally cannot sleep if I don't take melatonin.
Exactly, you beta!
It's a you problem, man.
I know.
My chair is being loud.
I really hope we don't have to see Miss tomorrow.
Bleeping it out.
Oh, I know.
Well,
after this conversation, if I hear anything that has to do with political figures and her extremely opinionated views, I might just leave the room. Might stand up and leave and not ask to go anywhere. Not even go anywhere. Probably just wander the school. Thinking about
check, please.
What?
It's a bet. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Caleb, do you want to round us out?
Sure. How do that? How does one round you out?
You're the one that says goodbye.
Talk to Jack. Ask Jack something. Tell Jack to.
What What do I do?
Make fun of Jack. Do whatever you
You know
want.
what I do to say bye? Hold on. What? Guys, I'm on.
You're so confused. All you gotta do is
I'm like
outro
Joe
the
Biden.
episode.
I'm like Joe Biden. Yo, goodbye, Low Gang. Welcome. Well, thank you for listening to the vlog, Low Gang. I can't do this shit.
God.
All right, guys. Well, thank you for tuning in to the most schizophrenic rambling you've ever heard in your life.
You're even hearing this bit.
Yeah.
You're not. You're actually going crazy. You
Didn't
fell
listen
asleep.
this far.
You fell asleep 2 hours ago. Your parents are dead. I killed them. Wake up.